Greetings. This is the Steppen Gamer channel, and I am the Steppen Gamer. Like Hermann Hesse's Steppenwolf, I play alone. Join me as I play traditional multiplayer games solo. Hello, Steppen Gamer here, and today we're playing Fate of the Fellowship by Z-Man Games. I'm playing at the legendary level so that when I play at a more sane level, it seems much easier. You'll learn a thing or two about not dawdling, getting right to what needs to be done. Today I'm playing a 3-player game solo. It's my sweet spot for a solo game because with a 2-player game, you only have 4 characters in play. With a 4-player game, it starts getting hard to keep track of everything as a solo player. So 3 players is like Mama Bear, just right. Today, player 1 is Frodo and Sam and Arwen. Player 2 is Merry and Pippin and Aragorn. And player 3 is Gandalf and Faramir. Today our objectives, in addition to destroy the One Ring, are confront the Balrog, which is the reason I have Gandalf in my tableau. Secure the crossing of the Anduin, which is why I have Faramir in my tableau. Oathbreakers fulfill their duty, which is why I have Aragorn in my tableau. I also have unseat Denethor and attain the blessing of the elves. Now in case you're wondering what this pile of orcs is here, in Mordor, I store everything in the box in these plastic cube for me trays. And so I've got all the spare orcs on a tray top sitting in Mordor as you see. So let us begin. The low number on the region cards is 3 for the Elven Rings forged by Celebrimbar. That card is held by player number 2. Player number 2 will move first. That's Aragorn in the Wither Hills and Merry and Pippin in the Shire. Player 2 has 2 friendship cards and that friendship token. So Aragorn travels to Rivendell to be with his true love Arwen. To Arwen's dismay, he plays a friendship card. In fact, he plays 2. In fact, to seal the deal, he gives her a token of friendship. And that completes for him the first objective, attain the blessing of the elves. And that grants 1, 2, 3 elven troops. They're just in reserve, now they can muster them, and all the players who had a character in Rivendell get a friendship token. That's player 1 and player 2. Player 2 draws 2 cards, and then we draw 2 shadow cards. The card on top of the shadow deck indicates that the bottom of the card is to be used. And that places 1 Corsair troop in Umbar. And 2 Nazgul move closer to Frodo. One will be from Rudar to Eriador. Bam. And for the other one, I intend on moving Frodo to Gondor. So let's move that one to the Ened Waith. The next shadow card again uses the bottom of the card. And it's going to add an Uruk-hai to Isengard. Now the red tokens are shadow troops and are all the same, but I describe them differently for narrative color. And now it's player 3's turn. Now player 3 has a resistance card, which Gandalf could use to get to Moria and confront the Balrog, another objective. But here's the trick. He has to roll 3 dice, and each die can cost him from 0 to 3 hope. He has 1 ring card. You know what? I'm on a roll. I'm going to go for it. So Gandalf's going to move to Holland. Now, I'm going to call these cards, as often as I remember, their official game name. People will often call this a ring card. I myself do. But it's really called a resistance card. The ring is a resistance. So he uses the resistance to travel on the special path to the Gladden Fields. And you will also note, ordinarily when playing the game, he'd be positioned there. For video demonstration purposes, I'm going to place them above the label, at least before the board gets too crowded. As his third action, he enters Moria and confronts the Balrog. You shall not pass! The first die costs him 0 hope. The second die costs him 2 hope. And the third die costs him 3 hope, for a total of 5 hope. And he spent his resistance card to cross the Misty Mountains. So he has nothing to remove any of those dice. Ouch! What hubris cost. Ow! Ooh! E! Ah! That completes the objective. And Gandalf is removed. But there is a sliver of hope. When the next Skies Darkened card appears, he's placed back on the board in Lorien, and 2 hope are gained. With 1 action, Faramir and a few friends move into Osgiliath, but at this point he doesn't have the cards he needs to play to secure the crossing of the Anduin. But he's there and he's ready. Player 3 draws 2 cards, and then we draw 2 more shadow cards. The first card, boy, everything is on the bottom this time. Saruman boils up another Uruk-hai at Isengard. And hey, if they're just gonna sit there, he can boil up all he wants. And the next shadow card says, Near Herod to Helm's Deep. It's on the purple route, and at this point, there's nothing on the purple route until we get to Near Herod. And the Southrons, with their Mumakil, are seen in Horondor. And now we move to player 1. Player 1 has a friendship card and a friendship token. There are now 3 Nazgul, as well as the Eye, in Eriador. They're going to try to go for the Grey Havens. They leave the Shire, but they have to roll 3 search dice. They don't have any stealth cards to use. And the 2 weary results cost them 2 hope, which means they despair. Celebrimbor would take them to Dol Amroth, but Frodo has no hope, and he tosses the ring to Orome in the ocean. The ring is lost again, but there is no way to stop Sauron's machinations. The only light in Middle-earth is Sauron's smiling eye. And that, my friends, was a short game. Now, it didn't have anything directly to do with being played at the legendary level, except that I had to complete 6 objectives. So I didn't want to loiter around, attempting to collect all the right cards for the best chance ever. That was a risk I took. It did not pay off. But as Gandalf said, there really never was much hope. Nevertheless, I reach across to my opponent, shake his hand, and say, "Good game."